2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. Welcome to the American Airlines Arena, home of the Miami Heat, and a great venue for basketball. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Down low, West and Hibbert. Tony Parker is up there with Allen, and it's Miller in at the three. Allen kicks to Parker. West setting the pick for Parker. From deep. Cannot hit.
Really good defense, but you got to set better screens than that offensively.
Roy Hibbert, one of the biggest players in the league, Clark, 7'2" last season, bulking up to 290 pounds.
Yeah, he wanted to get stronger to better hold his position in the low post, and for a good portion of the season he did that. Then he fell back into some old habits. And, you know, when he first joined the Pacers, the coach had him slim down to 250 pounds because the type of game the Pacers were playing was a little different. But he's a player who's best playing to his strength, and we mean that literally.
Bosch, a screen on Miller. Bosch passes to Gay. Just 5 to shoot. No good. And Indiana will come the other way. Miller kicks to Parker. Indiana moving it around. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Chris Bosh.
Roy Hibbert, the big dog, number 55 for the Pacers, is 7'2" and is a little too big for king-size beds. Every time the Pacers go on the road, he has to take along a special inflatable mattress that he likes to sleep on. It's one of the downsides to living large.
And Hibbert's father stands 6'2", and Steve, his mother, is 6'1". But Roy obviously towers over both of them.
Well, he towers over everybody, Kevin. I mean, you know, you look at the family roots. His parents came from the Caribbean. And Roy actually played one game for the Jamaican national team back in 2010. And unfortunately, that actually may rule him out of playing for Team USA. So a very interesting sort of international background there.
Here's West. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Wade outside. He dishes it to Bosch. Chandler with a screen for Calderon. The kick out to Bosch. Down low. And stolen by Miller. Now the Pacers moving it up. So they take the lead. West has got his first points in this one.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And now that they have the lead, they might even want to get more aggressive defensively. Really attack, try to come up with more steals.
Chris Bosh in some ways had been the overlooked, underrated member of the Big Three in Miami, but extremely valuable. A nice complimentary scorer and understated defensively. But with LeBron gone now, he becomes more of a focal point offensively.
Hibbert with a screen on Calderon. Miller outside. Here's West. Rebound by the Heat. And Chris Bosh posted up a lot more, it seemed, to Clark in Toronto and Miami. It would become primarily a face-up threat.
And I think that's where he's most comfortable, Kevin. More of a slender build. He takes advantage of his quickness more than his strength, so facing up is really where he's been most effective.
West setting the pick for Parker. Bosh again. West. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Bosh.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Indiana. Bosh sets the pick for Gay. Bosh drives in. Kicks it out to Gay. Back to Wade. Double teamed on Wade. Gay with no one around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Parker dishes to Patterson. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Heat leading by 6. Wade outside. Bosch, a screen on Parker. Gay kicks to Bosch. Parker with the steal. Here's Hibbert. It's stolen by Calderon. Wade outside. Bosch, that's the pick for Wade. And the Heat, another 3.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys. And the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
A different look for Miami. Pachulia, he's checked in for Chandler. Young comes in for Rudy Gay. And Presley subbed in for Jose Calderon. Allen passes to Parker. Shot clock at 6. Hibbert. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
You know, the Pacers were really a strong road team last season, and a lot of that wasn't just the talent, but their ability to remain consistent with their approach. And I think that speaks to the leadership of a guy like David West and some other veterans with that group.
Pacers trailed by 9. Patterson a screen on Presley. Here's Parker. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever to come out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, he led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there for Parker.
Hansbrough's checked in for Miami. There's a screen by Hansbrough. And Young kicks to Pressey. 5 on the clock. And Young, here we go. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Hibbert with the screen for Parker. Hibbert gets the bucket.
France has really produced some quality NBA players. You think about Boris Diaw, Nick Batum. Batum actually carried France in that title game against Lithuania.
And the pass to Pressey. Got a piece of it. Young for 3. Tony Parker grabs the miss. And for Boris Diaw and Parker, they grew up together and they'd won a gold medal together in the U18 European Championships.
And for 13 years, they've tried to get that second gold medal. But I'll tell you, the quality of play around the world, Kevin, just continues to get tougher and tougher. And France, definitely in that upper echelon.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical.
Oh, how about that basketball, man? Wow. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Heat on offense. They're on a 16-6 run. There's the dish to Young. The feet to Pressey. Ring shot on the way. And that one hits back iron. Pacers trailed by 9. Drives by Allen. And he goes in for the dunk. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each Opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. And they may see this league disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Dwayne Wade over the last 4 years adjusted beautifully to playing off the ball alongside LeBron James, and that was not easy, folks. He actually became one of the game's best cutters during that time. Now back to his old ways, playing with the ball in his hands a lot more. Should suit him well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Hibbert. Dion Waiters comes in for Darius Miller. And Nate Walters subbed in for Tony Parker. Young with no one around. Good ball movement here by Miami. Pacers trail by 7. Allen kicks to Mozgov. Six to shoot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And Wade still a dynamite finisher around the rim. One of the league's preeminent slashers.
Yeah, he's extremely productive in the pick and roll, able to score and make plays for others with his outstanding vision.
Jason Terry is checked in for Dwayne Wade. Mozgov hits them both.
Timofey Mozgov, 7'1", a shot blocker and rebounder. Still pretty foul prone defensively, but he has really become an interior presence.
And the foul called on Nate Walters. That is his first foul of the game. Terry outside. Pass to Pachulia. And Young, here we go. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And Mozgov offensively can get you some nice second chance buckets.
Yeah, and I like the fact, Kevin, that he's a decent roll man in the pick and roll, and he can knock down the three-pointer on occasion. So, nice combination for that big guy. James Young out of Kentucky is appropriately named. He only turned 19 back in August. But he's a player with intriguing talent and potential at both ends of the floor. Good defender with long arms, natural scoring instincts, and a fearlessness in his offensive game. He's got a nice stroke and takes it out to the three-point line effectively as well.
They set the screen. Back to Terry. Tries it from 19. That's good on the jump shot. And the Heat lead by 8. And Young, 6'7", great form on his shot. The results were somewhat inconsistent at Kentucky. Is he not getting it?
Well, he's getting close. I mean, he's not afraid to take big shots, and he shoots it freely and with a lot of confidence. Those kind of guys can become knockdown shooters. His form, his mechanics, all good size. I like this guy as a pro two-guard.
Jarvis Varnado's checked in for Miami.
Miami Heat, a terrific organization from top down. And one thing you notice with these top teams, there's so much continuity. And you talk about that. Consistent continuity, so important. From the coaches to the front office, they know who they are, what they're about, and how to put players in position to win the ultimate prize.
Outside Terry. And it's Terry again missing.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
Well, then they picked the right guy to put on him. And when you look at the Heat, you say they're a development team because of luxury taxes and the like. The Heat have to find players with upside and coach them up. We saw that last year with Greg Oden and Michael Beasley.
Here's Walters looking for his first basket still in this one. Over in the corner, Allen passes it to Waiters. That's good from 17 feet away.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Here's Preston. And Hansbrough kicks to Young. Out to the right wing. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. For Miami, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this one.
That's very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line. About 76% a year ago.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Heat lead by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Heat.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And I love the penetration because we're seeing a team that's attacking the lane, forcing the defense to collapse, and you're going to see some easy points as a result.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Tyler Hansbrough out there with Chandler. And there's Terry. Then there's Calderon. And it's Gay in at the small forward. The second chance effort. That is good. Gay's got 7.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Pass to Hansbrough. Gay drives in. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Well, you hate to be the guy asked to guard him because he's just so dominant, so quick and explosive. Tough to stay in front of.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Hansbrough is 3 on Waiters. Fires the 3. And Calderon gets it to go on the assist from Gay. And it's a 7-point Heat lead. Here's the screen. And now here comes Terry leading the break. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from on the sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Kevin, after opting out of the last 2 years and $42 million of his contract, Dwayne Wade re-signed with the Heat for 2 years at about $31 million. Kevin, if he hadn't already solidified his place as the most beloved player in Miami Heat history, giving up over $10 million to help the team compete has to seal the deal.
Incredible, Doris. He said home is where the heart is. It's great to hear. Thanks. Here's Calderon. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Calderon's got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety. Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Chandler with a screen for Calderon. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. Calderon's got 7 points for the Dwarfs.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Parker kicks it to West. Lets it go from 11. And it's West again missing.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Terry dishes to Gay. Hansbrough is 3 on Waiters. It's Gay with the drive. Calderon, no good.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
Terry with it. He's picked up by Parker. Terry kicks to Calderon. Chandler with a screen for Calderon. Out to Chandler. David West grabs the miss. West has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. On the wing, Miller. Parker kicks to Miller. Here's Hibbert. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Hibbert's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pacers. Parker against Calderon. And throw the pass to Terry. And that one's good. And the Heat lead by 11.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm. Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. He's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
And finished off by Gabe.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And Parker with the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English or, just the spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that teardrop.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Miami leading by 8. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team
and for
foul.
Parker now coming into his 30s. The question, how will his game, so based on speed, Clark, and elusiveness, how will it age?
Well, I think that's a fair question. His game is not as much athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. Speed will go. But the fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think it will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
It's Miller on the wing. Back to Parker. Takes a 3. And Indiana, another 3.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Out to Wade. And stolen by Miller. Goes up. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
Wow, and now it's just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Fantastic basketball in the open floor.
Wade, right side. Young against Parker. The kick out to Bosch. Shot clock at 5. Cressy dishes to Young. Miami no good on that time either. Indiana's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Parker with Wade picks him up. Double team on Parker. Miller kicks to Waiters. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Waiters got the game tied up here for Indiana.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists. But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Hibbert with a screen on Preston. Fires the 3. Miami grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. Bosch up on top. Dishes it to Young. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Parker. A lot of positive, Steve, for the Pacers last year and how they started the season. And, Clark, you saw this firsthand every night. Dominating early, but they did have a falling off point.
Yeah, after the All-Star break, they went from looking unbeatable to looking like just another team. But they were able to gather themselves just in time and make a deep playoff run.
West kicks to Allen. Feeds it to West. Can't get it to go. Well, Heat leading by 5. Wade with it. He's picked up by Parker. Wade, right side. Bosch, a screen on Parker. Excellent use of the screen that time. And that's 10 points for Dwayne Wade.
With the Pacers, although they didn't end the regular season as they might have wanted to, they were still able to rest a number of players down the stretch and prepare for their playoff run, which ended up with the conference finals again.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Now, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and it's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Pressey passes to Bosch. And there's the call on Bosch. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Well, the Pacers were running away with the Eastern Conference last year, and I think they took their foot off the gas pedal a little bit in the second half of the year. They struggled at times, made some moves, but ultimately righted the ship and made a deep playoff run.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Pachulia. Gay comes in for Young, and it's Calderon in for Pressey. Bosch kicks to Calderon for the 3. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. Calderon's got 13. Now here's Parker. He's got 9. Walters dishes to Parker. Mozgov kicks to Parker. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
To the wing on the left. Bosch passes to Wade. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And that one's good by Gay.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
And Walters kicks to Parker. Moves back up. And Chandler with the block.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
Here's Bosch. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
And Patterson kicks to Parker. Here's Mozgov. Cannot hit. Bosch with some nice D. Now the Heat with it. They're on a 15-5 run. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
It's Parker with the drive. Patterson setting the pick for Parker. Shoots off the screen. Another miss by Parker.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've got to do a better job offensively creating some space.
Bosch sets the pick for Wade. Right side Bosch. Tries from 10. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 4 assists in the game. Parker outside. Over in the corner, Allen. Here's Mozgov. That one rolling around and rims out. Now Wade. On the jam by Rudy Gay.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
And so we wrap up the first half. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
The Pacers really have to improve their approach against Gay.
He has 15 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Down low, West and Hibbert. Tony Allen is up there with Tony Parker. And it's Miller in at the 3, the small forward. Second shot opportunity. And it's blocked. Calderon has the open look. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Pacers trailed by 14.
You know, for Dwayne Wade, he's an athlete who's grown accustomed to having his personal life and his public life intersect. But he's found a way to turn that into a positive, selling the rights to a sitcom based on his experiences as a player and a parent.
Well, Heat leading by 11. Outside Bosch. Shoots from the elbow. David West grabs the miss. West has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Parker kicks to Allen. Hibbert dishes to West. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
90 seconds now into the second half. Kicks it to Calderon. The 3.
And they've missed the first 3 shots of the third quarter.
And again, it's the Heat missing. Hibbert against Bosch. It's Allen with the drive. Allen with another miss. The Heat leading by 9. Parker with the steal. Parker left side. And here's Miller outside. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And then Gay with the dunk.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice. Real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control. Oof.
Oh, that one had it all, guys. Power and grace. Just beautiful.
Here's West. It's hauled in by the Heat. Chandler's got 8 rebounds in this game. The pass to Calderon. Outside Bosch. Here's the 3. And that comes off the assist by Calderon. Bosch has got the lead up to 14 now for the Heat. The Pacers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Allen kicks it to West. Baseline try. And he gets it to go. West has got 4 points in the quarter. Calderon kicks to Bosch. Stolen by Allen. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Gay with no one around. That 3 off the mark. Parker kicks to Miller. Parker passes to Allen. A 3-pointer, no good. The Heat leading by 10. Bosch, a screen on Parker. To the wing on the left. Calderon. And that one's on target from the wing. Calderon's got 15.
You know, you look at what they're doing, and it's easy to see why they want to run right now.
Oh, that's 9 straight points we've seen in transition, so keep pushing it.
There were a lot of great things Steve accomplished last year by the Heat, both on offense and defense, but at times people would overlook that defense.
Well, they play tremendous defense. I mean, maybe not as consistently as they have in the past, but, you know, to be as good as they were, you have to be great defensively, and I think sometimes that goes underappreciated.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir. That may put a little life back into this team.
Another miss by Gay.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
You know, the numbers don't really jump out at you offense regarding the Heat's defense last year, but, you know, sometimes it's not necessarily what you do, but when you do it. And the Heat were pretty good at getting big stops when they needed to.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Well, a lot of the Heat's numbers might be skewed because they played a lot of high-scoring games at a high tempo. But when you have the athletic talent that they have, you better believe they're tough defensively.
And some changes here for the Heat. Pachulia, he's checked in for Chandler. Young comes in for Rudy Gay. And Phil Pressey subbed in for Jose Calderon. And Indiana with a change here, too. Dion Waiters checked in for Allen. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
It's been a good one for Miller. He has 9 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
You know, when you're coming off a championship, actually make that 2 consecutive championships, it's even more okay to be more concerned about the postseason than the regular season. You kind of figure out how to manage the regular season. And the Heat clearly took that approach, or at least it seemed that way.
And it's Wade penetrating. Miami no good on that time either. Pacers trail by 8. The dish to Miller. Parker kicks to Hibbert. Rebound by the Heat. Bosch has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Well, what you said about the Heat, you know, beyond the resting of key guys, they seem to be more concerned about the process of things than the result during the season.
Lock at 6. Young dishes to Pachulia. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Led by as many as 14 points. Well, the Heat had no real reason to be concerned with results. It'd be nice for them to win, but they knew they were expected, Clark, to get to the finals again.
And there really wasn't anybody they feared. I mean, they might have ended second in the conference, but they played the season perfectly to set themselves up for the postseason. This season will be an interesting test, as there is a much tougher road for this group to be able to navigate to go deep into the playoffs.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
Boy, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
And there's the feed to Wade. Looking to end the drought. Wade missing again.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Waiters passes to Hibbert. Puts up the baby hook. Drops in the layup for 2. Hibbert's got 4 this quarter.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Young outside. With the shot. Misses off the left iron.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
Miller outside. Takes a three. Shot is off. Now the Heat take it the other way. The shot by Wade, wide open. Wade missing again.
It seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
And Waiters kicks it to West. He feeds it to Miller. A rebound by Young.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
And the Heat call time here. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during the season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
A wide open look here for Terry. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Walters. Pressey defending. Offensive rebound. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Walters. Walters got 7 points. Here's Pressey. Young in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Pacers trailed by 3. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Second chance shot. Mozgov with the bucket. 6 points for him.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
And it's Terry again missing.
Nate Walters with an impressive rookie season for a second-round pick. Started about half of the season for the Bucks. I thought played with great composure, especially for a young player.
The Heat should be 49% on the game. They'll take that. Hansbrough is free on Waiters to stop the drought. Moves off the pick and hammers it home. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
And especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
Thompson for 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's a screen by Hansbrough. Off target from three-point range. On the wing, Thompson. With a tie. Again, the miss by Thompson.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
Pachulia lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Heat lead by 5.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Now Young inside. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Intercepted. Fast break. Here we go. The wide open look here for Jerry. Off target with his 3. Here's Walters. He's got 9. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Well, they don't expect a lot from him at the foul line. He was in that range below 70% last season.
And you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Miami with the ball. Rudy Gay is up there with Tyler Hansbrough. Then there's Calderon. Then there's Terry. And it's Chandler in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Gay against Miller. Gay misses.
Once he had to change the shot because of the hand in his face, you knew he wasn't going to make it.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. They're teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Hibbert with a screen on Terry. Parker dishes to Hibbert. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Now, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
Calderon's got a nice 4 of 8 shooting from outside and three-point land. It's Parker outside. Offensive rebound. And the stop by West. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Pure hustle on that play, and that's what it takes on the offensive board. It's not about ability as much as it is desire.
And that, Clark, and some muscle. And he showed us he's got plenty of that with the huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, I mean, they could use a few more of those hustle plays going forward if they're going to win.
Parker with it. And Terry picks him up defensively. Miller outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Calderon kicks to Gay. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Indiana leading by 5. It's Miller on the wing. Looks for Hibbert. Gets it to him. Puts up the baby hook.
David West is a tough man's man at power forward, who also possesses a lot of guard skills. I mean, for a player his size, he's one of the best passers in the game. He can put it on the floor, and that jump shot of his from out to about 17, 18 feet is money. He's a laser from that distance and can occasionally splash that three-pointer on you, too.
Allen passes to West. Out to Parker. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
One of the big stories, a second chance point. They've just been terrific here in the second half in that area.
And West, able to post up and face up. Maybe at his best facing up where that mid-range jump shot is among the best in the game.
Parker dishes to Allen. And he gets it to go. Allen's got 9 points here in the second half.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Gay, that's good. And Clark, as you know, David West with great range on his jump shot. He can even make a three-pointer in a pinch.
Yeah, he's a consistent three. He doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but he can make them. I've watched him in practice, and he can knock those down. And in big moments, he'll step up and knock down a 3 every now and then for him.
Parker's shot is off. The Heat trailed by 5. Terry outside. Lets it go with a 3. Gay outside. Terry outside. Pass to Calderon. He kicks to Gay. Calderon dishes to Gay. Back to Calderon. Buries the long-range jumper. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Boy, he's putting up big numbers in that three-point column, guys.
Out to the right wing. Here's Hibbert. That's good. Hibbert's got 9 points here in the second half.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Well, he's just launching from the three-point line right now, because I don't like his shot selection at all.
Parker kicks to Allen. West with a wide open look. Here's Hibbert. Can't get it to go. Gay with the defensive effort. Calderon passes to Terry. Calderon with it. He dishes it to Gay. 5 to shoot. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Well, we've come to expect plays like that from him. And still, they never get old to watch.
Parker kicks to Miller. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Indiana.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
And they're getting the ball inside, which is what I like. High percentage shots down on the block and in the paint area.
Chris Bosh is checked in for the Heat. Wade comes in for Jason Terry.
These are incredible rebounding numbers. I'm not sure if we've ever seen anything like this, Clark.
Oh, that's for sure, Steve. I mean, a superhuman performance on the backboards. Well done.
He's been the guy on the boards today, no question.
Steve, you're all over it. I mean, his numbers back it up. He's been working extremely hard out there.
And here is Parker. Allen outside. He's looking for West and finds him. Puts it up from 15. And good on the basket. Book it. West has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Timeout called the Heat.
Well, you love what David West brings to the table. Offensively, he can shoot, he can post up, he can muscle you. But he can really help you win without the ball in his hands, too, by setting hard screens and crashing the offensive boards.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Pachulia, he's checked in for Chandler. Young comes in for Rudy Gay. And Presley subbed in for Jose Calderon. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Thank you, Doris.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
And Wes, just what you think of when you talk about a true veteran, competitive, leadership, toughness.
All of that is David West personified. He does it without saying a whole lot. When he speaks, it's always right on time and on target, but his example is one that all young players should absorb and benefit from.
Bosh kicks to Pressey. The kick out to Young. Outside Bosh. Wade with no one around. And the 3 off target.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Patterson is screen on Pressey. It's Parker with the drive. And Waiters has it in the corner. Parker against Pressey. Fires top of the key. And again, it's Tony Parker. And now an 8-point Indiana lead.
Really nice possession there. Their focus has never wavered as this game has unfolded.
And with time running down here in the fourth, they may need to add only a few more points to their lead to put it away.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Pacers leading by 6. Passes to Waiters. Dishes it to Mozgov. And the shot is good.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Parker with the steal. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. Parker's got 9 points in the quarter.
They've been so efficient in the paint in this game. That's an area they've totally dominated.
You know, once they ID'd the edge they had inside, they just continued to attack it.
Timeout called, the Heat.
You know, all coaches hate defensively when you give up easy points in the paint. That's inexcusable. So that's the reason for this timeout here.
I think it came down to the fact they were getting beat inside, and that's why the coach called timeout. They were not winning the battle inside.
And the Heat with some changes. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Pachulia. Gay comes in for Young. And it's Calderon in for Phil Pressey. The kick out to Bosch. For 3, Gay dishes to Calderon. The drive by Wade. Gay outside. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got his 8th assist in the game.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Yeah, and guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Indiana. West comes in for Patrick Patterson. It's stolen by Wade. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
D. Wade playing well. 12 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision, Clark, has been phenomenal. I mean, he could not be passing the ball any better than he is right now.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
Bosch, that's the pick for Wade. Outside Bosch. The good-looking shot from the wing. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
Hibbert with a screen on Calderon. Parker passes to Hibbert. They can't stop the run with that one. Calderon with it. He's picked up by Parker. Bosch, that's the pick for Calderon. Chandler with the screen on Waiters. Again to tie it up. Pacers with the rebound. West has got his 16th rebound on the night. West is screen on Calderon. Now Parker. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Calderon. It's Gay with the drive.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Waiters against Gay. West setting the pick for Waiters. It's in!
Right there, West used that ample frame of his to open up space for the shooter. Solid screen.
Urgent possession here, Clark. They need a basket.
No doubt about it, Steve. They need quick, efficient scoring.
Nails it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 3. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, they've got 2 options here. They can go for the 3 and the tie, or the quick 2 and the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
Calderon kicks to Gay, and that one is stuck right through.
When Rudy Gay is on like he is now, there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
Now here's Allen. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. No luck that time either. Now a timeout called by Miami. They're down by 1. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, and you've got the luxury here of running a play, so you want to do something that you're very comfortable with.
Absolutely, Steve. I mean, no need to panic whatsoever. I mean, they're in a very good spot right here.
Wow, this fourth quarter has just been tremendous for them from deep.
Yeah, they're locked in and putting up a ton of points from outside.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. Ref